They look like shipping containers, but they're actually mini homes on what used to be a parking lot. Everyone living here had been homeless. It's a life one woman wanted to escape.
It was scary at night.
We agreed not to identify her as she worries about stigma. Here's how she describes life before living in an encampment.
A lot of fighting, a lot of weapons, and a lot of drugs. Just terrible, 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 terrible. Not enough food. I don't know how many laptops I had stolen and phones I had stolen, cigarettes, food, you name it, everything would go. It was getting really cold at the end. I'd wake up crying because I'd be so cold when I woke up.
She says she never imagined she'd end up homeless. She'd already struggled with a fentanyl addiction. Then her husband died a couple years ago, and she couldn't afford the rent. As for how she feels living here,
I love it. I love it. It's great. I got lots of security, and people that care.
Each tiny metal cabin has a door that locks, heating for the winter, AC in summer. They're not free. People pay rent geared to income. The woman I spoke to pays $566 a month. I got a look inside one of the units during a recent media tour. It's pretty tight quarters in here. There's the bed, and then there is a small size fridge here. Above that, there's a small window. There aren't any cooking facilities inside the unit, but you can see that the resident does have some food. And then we've got the door. It has a window. That's the only other window inside this unit. There have been some challenges. 6 people have been kicked out. 5 of them for violence.
So this is just our second row here, as you'll see.
There's a strict no violence policy. Drug use is allowed.
We do have some people that will come to us if they're going to use because they want to use safely and ask us to come and check on them. So we definitely appreciate that. We want to keep people safe.
There's security to get in and out. Among the rules, no overnight visitors, and everyone has to agree to a care plan.
To be willing to participate in this model, it's very hard. We have a lot of regulations, a lot of rules around our occupancy agreements because we have to keep everybody on site safe, and they've adapted and thrived, and I'm just really proud of all of them.
It cost $2.5 million to build the community. Operating costs are expected to be another $2 million a year. The mayor is fully behind it.
It's worth every dollar of it. These are our human lives. And one of the things that we fundamentally believe in Peterborough is by making this new investment, we're going to put individuals on a new trajectory in life.
As for the resident I met, she says she's drastically reduced her drug use and is working to stop altogether. All about building a relationship with her 5 kids and 1 grandchild.
I want to be closer to them, so I have to get rid of the drug problem to be closer to them, or I just want to be in a room getting high instead of being with them.
Hers is one of many stories here. The mayor says they're getting calls from cities across the province and also other parts of Canada. But at this point, there's only funding for 2 years.
I'm very hopeful that both the Government of Ontario and the Government of Canada recognize what we're doing right here in Peterborough. This could be a prototype, and we'll be looking at some more additional resources that could be employed.
Peterborough's mayor has dreams of getting more agencies involved to be able to offer education and job training. It's just one of many municipalities grappling with what to do about homelessness and encampments. Here in Toronto, council has directed city staff to look at the options using city property to build modular homes or micro shelters. That report is due at the end of April. Lorenda, Reddekopp, CBC News, Toronto.